Welcome into Fantasy AI. Moving on. All right, back in the computer room. Today we're going to look at hail, yes. Hail, yes. We're going to look at dinged, dented items, wide receivers that might have a blemish on them, falling in the rankings, causing them to fall a little bit in the rankings, right? All right, let's get started here. Hey, wide receiver scoring. We're going to be looking at 21 through 60 wide receivers. So we can see here their average per game, right? Number 22 in wide receiver and scoring, average 9.15 a game. Pretty simple. So we're going to call that the rank average, all right? So the wide receiver 22 would be ranks average would be 9.15, right? So we get that. So we can take that and then say, we put in the ranked players. T. Higgins is ranked 21st. We can see, well, T. Higgins, in order to be the deserving of the 21st ranking, he needs to do 9.29 a game average. And Pittman here for the 26th needs 8.95. So you see how that kind of works there. So we can figure out, put in what their averages are. All right, you see their averages here. For instance, Tank Dell, right here, you can see he's ranked 23rd, so he needs to average 9.15 a game to deserve that ranking, when he averages 10.76. So he's well above that, all right? Well, that's pretty good, all right? So you can see that's how we look at these. And then so he is minus 1.61, can lose from his average and still deserve the 23rd ranking. So he's well above. See how that works? So you can have people above. We do that for everyone. We can figure all 20 through 60 of the wide receivers and consensus rankings. We do that for them. Figure out what their difference is. All right, so you can see Tank Dell's here. That's a good one. All right, he can afford to lose 1.6 from his game, average week, and still deserve the 23rd ranking. T. Higgins, on the other hand, he's at a deficit. He needs to add 1.5 a week to his average just to deserve the 21st ranking. So he's below water. You can see there's quite a difference there. So Tank Dell can afford to lose a point or two a game. Here, almost 1.5, and still deserve the ranking, where T. Higgins has got his work cut out for him. So it helps us find people who might be ranked a little high or too low. All right, so we like that. So we're doing this. I ran it through for everyone from 21 to 60. All right. So if you're interested in 1 through 20, that was the show before this one. Go look at that video. Wide receiver rank versus average. So let's get started here. Players are taking the field from the Fantasy AI Data Center. Wide receivers 21 to 60. We're looking at the best of them as the subscribers look on. All right, let's get started here. This is going to be the one. So we have the differences worked out, right? So first one up is Keenan Allen. Look at that. His is crazy. Minus 5.31. He can afford to lose from his weekly average, which was an extraordinary 13.15 last year. He can afford to lose 5 points a game, 5.3, and still deserve the 42nd ranking. He only needs to do 7.8. Well, heck, he did 13 something last year. Now, new team. That's what's changing here. That's why he's ranked 42nd. All right, so we got him going there. So that's one of them there. And you can see that the next one is Mike Williams. He can lose 0.36 from his game. Now, that's probably, the 2-3 games he might have played last year. So that's probably distorted with him a little bit. But, hey, you can see they're underestimating him. He's currently ranked 57th. Jacoby Myers here. Let's take a look at him. Hey, he's 2 points too. He can lose from his 9-point average and still deserve the 55 ranking they got him at. So he's just dropping off the face of the earth here at rank 55. Man, that's a pretty good average. You know, he keeps dropping. I mean, I don't know how deep you got to go, but that's a pretty good one for real deep, we suppose. DJ Moore. This one's just crazy. Look at this. 2 points he can lose a week from his 11 points, and he could be 9.29 and still deserve. He can lose 2 points a week and still deserve the 22nd ranking. You know, this is crazy because even when he was in Carolina all these years, he's had a good average. I think they're just really discounting him way too much. All right. What about Tank Dell? Tank Dell here, you can see that my 1.6, he could lose from his average and still be the 23rd. So it all comes down to these Houston players. You know, we've talked about that. Hey, too many of them are spoils the stew. How about Jaden Reed here? He can afford to lose 1.5. So are they bringing him down way too much? You know, that's what we're saying. Crowded house there in Green Bay too. But the easiest schedule. Well, they got him ranked 36 now. You know, I think he was 18th in fantasy average. Look at that average. So they're discounting him a lot. Probably don't like that sophomore slump. Same with Jordan Addison. Now, I'll bring up the sophomore slump here. See, Jordan Addison, normally we're staying away from these sophomores, right? Well, I don't like them because you lose 11%. Well, let's see. He needs 7.5 for his average to deserve they have him ranked 46th. All right? So he needs 7.5. Well, 10% of that 7.75. Well, that's only half of this. So he's still got a bonus. Even if you take the sophomore slump into consideration, then he still can lose a 0.8 on a team that doesn't have their star tight end. Needs a B button to the Jefferson. I mean, whew, I just like that. Well, hey, I'm starting to like him, even though I don't take sophomores. How about Amari Cooper here? Are we sleeping on him? What here? I mean, yeah, Flacco's gone. It's what's gone. But anyway, 10.47. His average last year, he only needs 9 this now because they've got him ranked 24th. So he has a 1.3 buffer to his weekly average to deserve that 24th ranking. Under bargain. All right? Hey, just love him. And the quarterback situation, Jameis Winston's waiting in the wings. Maybe that's the answer. And Stephon Diggs. Are we going too far with these Houston players? Right? They're all bringing themselves down. But do we finally get to the bottom where, hey, you know, he averaged almost 10 points a game last year. At the 28th, they're only expecting 9. That's a point he can lose. Got another one here, too. What about DeAndre Hopkins? Boy, it's getting late in his career. Maybe he could have a revival like Mike Evans did last year. I don't know. They've already got him ranked down to the 40th ranked. And, hey, he can afford to lose a point a game almost. So we see how that works. So, hey, and Cortland Sutton, he's down at the bottom. Those are almost negligible. Ooh, so this works the opposite way, too. All right, we're looking at Shakir here from Buffalo. A lot of, hey, Gabe Davis gone, Stephon Diggs gone. Who's going to fill in? You know, you're wondering about that. So we're thinking Shakir here. He's got big shoes to fill. Right? In order to even, he's kind of 52nd ranked, right? In order, he'd need a 7.2. He only averaged 4.3. He's going to have to step it up 3 points a game, right? 3 points a game, which is a lot, just to deserve the 52nd ranking. So I don't know that he's going to be the answer this year, you know? So I don't know that he's going to be. How about Jameson Williams? A lot of talking him up. This is his, third year now? Waiting for him. So wait, let's see here. They got him ranked 49th. That'll probably go up before the season starts. They keep talking him up. 7.4 from his 4.6 average he's been having. He needs to add 2.7 to his weekly average just to deserve the 49th ranking. These guys are deep underwater, all right? So, how about JSN here? Show us. Look at this. He needs 2.7 to his. Underwater. Starting to get this. Huh? Hollywood Brown. Almost 2.5 points more he's going to need to his weekly average to afford that 34th ranking. He only averaged 6 points a game last year. How about Dotson? He's only ranked 60th, and he's overranked. They got him. That's hard to do. How about T. Higgins here? This is the big one that's the important one. He's currently ranked 21st, right? He didn't even average 8 points last year. Well, he needs 9.5 just to man that 21st ranking position. So he has to come out, add 1.6 to his weekly average just to get you to 21. What's he going to have to do to overperform? You know, he's starting in a deficit. So, you know, I'd rather have someone just falling into it. Chris Godwin. We love him. You know, hey, steady, always there. But, hey, you know what? Where's the promise? He to that 32nd ranking, he needs 8.6 almost. He only averaged 7.4. They're going to play him from the slot. Maybe if he even does better, but that only gives you one. That's not enough. He needs to add a point just to get to the 32nd ranking. He's going to need all that. That's just no value there. Where's the upside? Curtis Samuel, at least there's upside here. Maybe he'll become the star of Buffalo, but he's going to have to earn an extra point a game almost just to earn the 56th ranking. So some of these guys are just underwater. Christian Kirk. All right, here's a big one. He needs to add almost 0.8 to his average just to get to that 8.9, which is the 29 ranking. So he's going to be maybe the number one. He's got hot rookie breathing down his neck. You know, got the good tight end there, Ingram. So, hey, you know, just don't know about him there either. Zay Flowers. Well, good thing is we don't like sophomores, right? We can call sophomore slump on him, just avoid him. But anyway, to get that 30th ranking, he's only ranked 30th, but he still has to pick up his game 0.7 just to earn that. So I wouldn't look for him just to take over because he's deserving. Hey, it's a sophomore time, sophomore slump possibly. And these others down here at the bottom are almost negligible. But anyway, you can see how that works. Let's get on. All right, let's take a look at some of these wide receivers with a surplus then. DeAndre Hopkins. Whew, been around a long time. He's in the last year of his 2-year, $26 million deal he got when he got to Tennessee. All right? Still some sort of contract situation here. He's very happy in Tennessee, he says, but he's still, if they don't re-sign him after this year, which is kind of a contract year, they're still on the hook for $6 million in dead money somehow from an Arizona leftover contract. Just find that interesting. That's still hanging over Arizona. Had good year last year. You know, you look at this. Hopkins, he finished 20th in fantasy finish last year, right? He's got the 6th easiest schedule. Now they got him ranked 40th. Wow, that's probably because Calvin Ridley came to town. Going to suck up some of those targets. But quietly here, I mean, you look over Tennessee's wide receiver, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins is their 2, and Boyd is their 3. I mean, they've got a pretty solid receiving core, you know, and I guess 2 running backs that kind of receive some. I don't know. It's setting up kind of good for Will Levis there in his 2nd year. Keep an eye on Mike Williams. Always hurt, right? Hey, suffered a torn ACL last year. He missed 14 games last year, 4 the years before. Did a little better the year before, and he missed 4. Jets have insisted they will fully expect him to be ready for week 1. All right, if we get you might get 2 or 3 good games out of him, right? Look, that's what he gets for why he's in there. He's a big target, See how they use him. Of course, hey, got to build off that 31-team offense. It's all hoping that Aaron Rodgers comes back. That's just what for both of them. It's just a big hope. So ranked 57th here, not too many people are focused on him, and neither Jacoby Myers at 55. But you bring him up because positive reports in camp. Joined the Raiders after 2 years after leading New England for 3 years in receiving. He's a very good number 2 wide receiver. I mean, look at those points. Look how many games above 10. I mean, he was there. Now, the problem is 23rd team passing, 27th offense that has Devontae Adams as the lead guy. Yeah, you just don't really see him breaking out, but and it's so deep, but he is a solid receiver. I mean, just undervalued. I mean, if you can be at 55. Jaden Reed here, hey, he's ranked 36th, right? He's got a full 1.5 he can lose to deserve that ranking. Might, right? Because it's awful crowded there. That's what we're worried about. Jordan Love got his receivers here. This Christian Watson here, I guess is their number 1. I guess he's ranked 36 now, and Reed's 35, so I need to put him up on top. But she finished last year 18th. Easiest schedule. But you get down to, with Wicks and Romeo Doubs lurking here. Romeo Doubs seemed to be the darling in the playoffs last year late. So you just don't know which one they're going to target here. Wicks isn't even on here. There's 4. But they have the easiest passing schedule. Pieces things, and he got points. So, hey, if they put him down too far, you could take him. Although we don't like sophomore slumps. Jordan Addison. Speaking of a sophomore, he likes to drive fast. Drafted by the first round, Minnesota drafted him. Let's not forget that. He's a first-round talent. He likes driving 140 miles an hour in his Lamborghini, falling asleep, suspicious of DUI, fell asleep behind the wheel. And actually, he was parked, I think. Likely to face a 3-game suspension, so you're going to be without him some. But you know what? He's going to be solid here. I don't know when that 3 game's going to come. Hopefully, it's later in the year. I don't know if he can appeal and do some stuff because, hey, they've got an 8th easiest schedule, and we know Hawkinson's going to be out for a while. They really need him as the B button to Justin Jefferson, right? A good schedule, good passing schedule. I mean, hey, I think that there's value here in this Addison, even though I don't like sophomores. But if he could fall, he's 46th ranking. You're giving nothing. Very towards the end, he could be worth, getting some points in there. I don't know. They're dropping him pretty far. How about Stephon Diggs? Coming in ranked 28th. Right? He can lose a full point and still deserve that ranking. He was acquired in a trade, 2nd-round pick. Poured out of camp, he's fitting in just fine. They're talking up his yards after carry. And we all know the big problem here with him and Tank Dell is just too many to go around, right? But we kind of talked to that with Nico. Well, have they found their level? I mean, look at how many points they took, taking a point off of his game to rank him there. So you just don't know. Hey, you take the cheapest. So I would do it of the Houston receivers. Keenan Allen comes in. 5 points they're going to take away from him. 6-time Pro Bowler. He's getting old, yes. Is it going to be him or DJ Moore? But hey, last year, he just was on fire. Look at that. And he missed out towards the end. But look at those early games. 13 average. He's still cooking. He still got it. Look at this. They've got the 3rd easiest receiving schedule. The 4th easiest passing schedule. And, if the rookie stumbles a little bit here, Rome, hey, it's going to be those 2 with an easy schedule. And hopefully the Bears will be losing. They'll be passing. I like them both, Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. All right, Tank Dell. I mean, the same situation there. It's the crowded room, right? Well, you got to take one of them. And since they're all being discounted, look at that. He's a 1.6. They're going to allot for him already losing. I mean, that's just kind of getting safe. They brought those people, the Houston receivers, down enough to where you almost want a taste of one of them. get the cheapest. Amari Cooper. They're bringing him down 1.3. I don't understand why. He's the top receiver with the 5th easiest schedule. I mean, surely they're not worried about Jerry Jeudy. I'm not. Show me something there. But, I mean, Elijah Moore would be the other. But, wow, I just love Amari Cooper here. I mean, if we start getting anything out of Deshaun Watson, and if he can't do it, maybe bring on Jameis Winston. All right, see. But look at those games. That's just a weapon there. He's still got it. You know, what's he got here? $5 million added. Oh, he just gave him a little bit more money to keep him happy this year. He was named 70th of the top 100 players. I think people are sleeping on him. Get on Amari Cooper. We got to lose nothing. He's underranked. DJ Moore is the top. Look at this, 2 points under his ranking. I mean, he was 6th overall in fantasy finish. Right? See those numbers? 11.3. Explosive games. It's just going to be better. He's the number 1 there. I don't know. I love him. I think they're overlooking him. All right. Ooh, fantasy AI. So there's what I just went through some of them. Hey, if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe button. I like to say, even if you don't hit that subscribe button, I need to get some subscribers up here. All right, I'm going to film my shorts. Warning, this is a rapid repeat. I'm going to film my shorts. In fact, I'm going to have 2 shorts on the end of this one. Fantasy AI with wide receivers with an average from last year that's way undervalued. DeAndre Hopkins, 0.7 over his 40th ranking. Mike Williams, 3.6 over his. Jacoby Myers could lose 2.2 from his weekly average and still deserve the 55 ranking. He's had Jaden Reed, 1.5 points he could lose from his weekly average to deserve the 36th ranking. Jordan Addison likes to drive fast, but he has 1.4 more to his weekly average than that 46th ranking that he has. How about Stephon Diggs? Crowded field there. That's why they're bringing him down a little bit. 1 point more. Keenan Allen, 5.3 more points on his weekly average than the 42nd rank they got him at. Same with Tank Dell, 1.6. Of course, these are crowded backfields they're worried about. Amari Cooper comes in 1.4. There's no crowd there. I like him. And DJ Moore, we all love him. Fantasy AI with wide receivers starting with a deficit, like Deontay Johnson needs 0.3 added to his weekly average just to deserve that 38th ranking. 0.85 for Samuel to deserve his 56th ranking. Christian Kirk needs 0.8 almost added to his weekly average to deserve the 29th ranking. Chris Godwin needs added 1.2 almost to his weekly average to deserve the 32nd. T. Higgins needs almost 1.6 to his weekly average just to deserve that 21st ranking. Zay Flowers, sophomore slump candidate, needs almost 0.7 to his. Hollywood Brown needs almost 2.5 points added to his weekly average to deserve that 33rd ranking. JSN needs almost 2.8. Same with Jamison Williamson. Almost 2.8 added to his average would get him to that deserving the 49th ranking. And Shakir's the same boat. Underwater there in Buffalo. They need help, though.